Happened?
Welcome back.
Hello there. Yet another episode of the Abstract Truth.
Oh yeah, baby.
Mm-hmm. We're coming back on another Friday.
Is this the second time we've done it on Friday?
I think this is, yes.
That's sick, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
I like my mic kind of like down low. Like I don't like it right in front of my face, but I like it like
oh, me too. I have my mic like I have it like pointed down.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so like my mouth is like technically not pointing at the mic, but like the sound is still coming out.
Yeah, my mic is kind of at my mouth, but it's like further down, little backed up.
You know, I saw an Instagram video that I thought was kind of interesting of like somebody that was talking about how they used to record with ribbon mics, like vocals in like the 30s and 40s and like 50s and shit.
Hmm.
And they used to put this like they used to grab the microphone, right? They used to put it like you put your thumb like basically like if you open your hand, right?
Hmm.
And put your thumb on your mouth and then like the microphone is gonna be where your pinky finger is gonna be, and it's gonna be angled 45 degrees. And that's what you used to do to be able to sing. But that's gonna get you. See, this is gonna depend on what kind of range like the singer has. If the singer has like a higher like nasally range, like that's gonna be a bitch because all you're gonna get is the nose. But
Yeah,
if the singer has a nice deep range, if it's a male singer, then like you could do that mic technique. And apparently, like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, they all used it.
yeah. That was what I first thought of. I was like Sinatra.
Yeah, I mean Sinatra sounds fucking great, even like 60, 70 years later.
I mean, just like every Blue Note record.
Yeah,
Quality, man. It's quality, not
you
quantity.
know, I didn't know this. I learned this a couple months ago. Um, that album with Frank Sinatra and Count Basie, um, that was I think the whole album was arranged by Quincy
Quincy
Jones.
Jones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did a lot of his work.
it's got yeah, New York, New York, New York.
Yeah, he does Fly Me to the Moon.
Hmm. King of the Hill. I love Sinatra, man.
I think everyone does.
Shit, how can you
I
not?
never really met anyone that doesn't like him.
Fly me to the moon.
I'm gonna hit my thing.
Ooh, you just give me an idea.
I'm like almost
I'm gonna blast
past
this
halfway.
by your recommendation. I got me that Black and Mile. I gotta say, I love like I was telling you earlier, like I really like it's smooth.
Yeah.
It's probably the smoothest shit, like tobacco shit I ever smoked, other than like Bolivar cigars, which are like actual cigars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. Didn't we get this song last time we were here? Oh yeah.
The night is on.
It's Friday.
Mm. You
You
saw that
got-
New York Times headline about the Israel thing. They
Nah.
already knew, bro. They already knew what that shit was gonna happen.
Fuck them.
Ooh, look at that.
They create these humanitarian crises
Yeah,
more
it's
than
so,
anything.
so they can
It's
get the
not
money from the United States, man.
UN, not just United States. Which I mean, UN is well funded,
True.
motherfuckers. It's a bunch of bullshit. Politics.
Honestly, the whole politic game right now, it's it's so clear that like it's antiquated, it's corrupted, it's all bullshit.
A lot of it is, yeah.
Mm. I wonder what it's gonna be replaced with. It clearly it's looking like the whole world is about to replace politics with something else.
Probably feels like that. I honestly, I don't know though, because I feel like we haven't had anything happen so crazy in the world for a really long time.
Ah, that's true. But at the same time, I think the chaos now, see where the chaos used to be like physical, like wars and conflict and like World War II and shit. Chaos is more mental now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look at terrorism, man. Just the
It's
fear and,
it's all mind games. It's crazy.
and terror of even leaving your house, man. I mean, I leave my house, but I- every
It's
now
not
and
like
then I go see a movie and I think about, what happens if someone walks in with an Uzi.
it just shoots up the whole place.
That's night time right there, bro.
Damn, bro. You don't even
That's
see it coming.
you don't.
Remember they used to do the school shooting drills at Serrano.
Yeah, didn't we have it in band one year?
Yes, we did.
I had band that period. I think Tyree was there.
I was in well, I wasn't in band, but I was in another class. I think it was in this like IEP class.
Mhm.
Like if you're in IEP, you get like a class where you just like waste time for like an hour straight.
And you always used to go to band.
I just used to go. Like I went to band, like just
Didn't
chill
you
there
get in
for
trouble?
friends. I did. Actually, they called my mom up on senior year because I used to like skip so many classes.
Just go to band.
I would just go to band and practice drums, man. I'd be like, "Fuck this class! I already did all this homework."
That's how I feel.
Dude, like the problem with school is it's like the second you figured out how the system works, it's like you hate it automatically because you're like, oh, I know how to do this and I could do this with my eyes closed, but still fucking hate it.
Yeah, I feel like when you're old enough though, like you start to like you say like fuck this. You get a obviously you get a mind of your own, but you start to see that things aren't always right, just like Miles Davis. He
Hmm.
says, "Woman, you a goddamn liar."
Man. Mm.
I love these 20th century master records.
Oh yeah, which one's these?
Who does them?
Near
Who
Walker,
makes
Pop
them?
Star.
Like who has the say on who becomes a 20th century master?
Your answer probably lies in one of the big four companies: Sony Music, Universal.
Should look it up.
They are the ones who decide. They are the ones who always decide. Uh, I saw a documentary about like the ties between like the New York music, like pop industry, and the mob,
Uh-huh.
and like how a bunch of artists like got disappeared by what people believe would have been like the mob. Because there is this phrase in the music industry when an artist has sort of reached their end of life, but not like their actual end of life, but just like the end of it's clear that they have no more material to release and they do not wish to have more material to release.
Mm.
So they become more profitable dead than alive for a lot of these companies. Because like at least if they're dead, like posthumous material, or they can release like tapes, or like basically they own the music after that.
Miles and Coltrane.
Miles like got pushed on 1975 to 1980. It's like he took a 5 year hiatus.
I don't know. It doesn't say on Wikipedia. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I think it's no. 20th century masters. Millennium Collection. Crazy. I don't know. Millennium Collection. Universal. Universal
It
runs
is
it.
Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, UMG. I think that's the biggest group. They own everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy how the whole music industry is owned
Dude,
by
what
like
the
three,
hell?
four companies.
This is the same song that played last time too. God damn it. Skip it.
Bro, your shuffle is betraying you.
Honestly, Apple Music doesn't have a great shuffle algorithm. They need that shuffle algorithm they use
For the iPod, man.
for yeah. I was gonna say the
Dude,
one that they use
The iPod shuffle
iPod
algorithm was so
Shuffle had
fucking
a
good.
great shuffle
Like,
algorithm.
I can't believe it's been 20 plus years since the iPod release, and we haven't found a better algorithm for shuffle than the one in that fucking thing.
I mean, iTunes used to have a good shuffle in general. What happened, Apple?
I think they started using like similar algorithms to like Spotify for shuffling because it's like they want to base shit off of recommendations and shit or shit you've listened already instead of like RNG.
Stupid. I
Yeah,
hate
it's bullshit.
Spotify.
Spotify, dude. I was talking to my homie and he has Spotify and he's like Spotify is so much better than Apple Music. And I was
Everyone says that.
like where?
I don't get it. I think it's just like everyone's like, oh well, it gives me good music that I wouldn't have otherwise found. And we've talked about this before, where it's just like, God damn,
Well,
man.
but I think if you're a musician, or if you're somebody that really likes music, like you're gonna find shit out anyway. It's like, why are you waiting for this app to give you recommendations? I'm always, I visit like the Blue Note page, or I go to like Instagram, and they have like photos of like like unknown records or like deep cuts and shit like that. It's
Yeah,
like that's the way I get my music. I just like go like crate digging.
I like to like read into the artist because also too like label mates. If
Yeah,
you're read into the labels, that's how you find other musicians because obviously labels sign other musicians that they like that are similar to other musicians they already have.
yeah,
That's usually what I do. And then
yeah.
also too, excuse me, my
Mm.
dad has pretty immaculate taste.
Yeah, I don't know. It's um like let's I kind of want to talk about it. So let's talk about the interface of like each. I've used all of the music like streaming platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Fuck, I even used Deezer once, bro.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
Yeah. And like currently, Apple Music has the cleanest interface by far.
It used to be cleaner.
Yeah, I would actually say used to be cleaner. Now with that, they have like the whole animated like album covers. It's kind of cool now. It's like, oh, like
Yeah,
they're taking advantage of their already
they
good interface,
used to have
basically.
that. They used to have kind of like this gradient background that you see on this Kinks record right here.
Yeah,
They used to have this like on the background of the whole like wherever like pretty much this same scene, right?
yeah.
If you just
No,
type in
that's a feature that Title actually copied because I remember using Title and they had the same like swirl thing.
Title had different Title had a pretty good interface too.
Yeah, honestly, Title before they went MQA was really good.
It was really clean.
It was really clean. The service like actually did what it was supposed to do, which is like recommend you like shit. And I gotta say, like their high res stuff was like amazing. Then of course, like Apple released their like lossless, and like the whole thing made no sense all of a sudden.
Mhm.
It still doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why Title Hi-Fi it's still 1999. There is no
Because
benefit.
Title
Like if anybody that might be watching the stream, you're using Title, quit that shit, bro. You get no benefit from it.
let's shuffle again. How do you like reshuffle?
You go back to your like menu and then like you hit shuffle again.
Shuffle. Crowded House, skip some blues.
I'll take some blues.
Yeah,
Mm, that's good shit. Yeah, I'd say Spotify's interface is childish. Like every time I get into it, it looks like an app. It looks like a beta app that was made by Google.
it's always felt to me like a beta app.
Yeah, and it has a lot of errors. Like even in their like they have this like seamless playback feature, which to their credit, I do wish Apple had it. Like some sort of seamless like playback, because like sometimes like I get home from work and I'm listening to something on my AirPods, and then I wish if I open my Mac, right, that I had that cue on and I could just like start playing immediately if I wanted to like get on my computer and work on some shit.
Yeah,
So I don't know why Apple hasn't done that. They literally have the capability to do that any fucking time they want to. But like other than that, it's like the only feature that Spotify has going for it is like the algorithm. And to their credit, when I was using the app, the algorithm was pretty good, except for one problem. It didn't feel like it had a motive to it. It just shoots up music that's totally unknown, that's related to whatever genres you're listening to. The problem is if you're somebody that fucks with like say you fuck with like old like Blue Note, Miles Davis, right? And they're like, oh, he likes jazz, so they start recommending you like
jazz.
jazz, but like weird. It's like it's either like modern jazz that sucks, because let's be honest, most modern jazz fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Like I listened to it, man. I listened to an album by this drummer, and like my friend Michele, he's like, man, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I listened to this album by Jonathan Blake, and this other album by um Kendrick Scott, and I mean, like they sound good. They sound great. The sound is great. The composition is great, but it's whole kind of like standard great. I don't hear anything in there that I can even remotely remember.
yeah.
And I feel like that's the problem. It's like everybody's too focused on like composing something good and like like having this type of like style on it, and like everything's so specific. It's like, man, you're giving yourself so
They
many
box
limitations.
themselves
You
in.
you become just like everybody else.
They just box themselves in, man,
Yeah,
and
man.
they got to make their music commercial.
Yeah, they have
If
to
there's
like
anything more dead than rock, man, it's jazz.
look at but then that's the thing. Look at like albums like that one you recommended to me, like the Nils Klein singers.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that's that good shit, and that's is new shit, right?
Uh huh.
And it's original. They're like that. I showed that album to a couple of my buddies, and like everybody fucks with it. They're like, "Wow, I've never heard something like this." And I was like, "Yeah, it's new shit. It's like that's how it's supposed to be. If you're a new artist, why are you making like shit that somebody already made?"
Well, Nels Klein isn't new. Nels Klein is he's a seasoned artist.
Well,
Well,
that's true, but the album itself is like new material.
yeah, yeah, new material.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I imagine these other jazz musicians on, say, Blue Note too. Uh, Obviously, they have experience playing live and whatnot, so they didn't just wake up one day and they were signed to Blue Note and had to make a record. You know,
Yeah.
who's that other guy? The Is he French? The trumpet player?
Oh yeah, Eric Truffaut.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
he's one of my favorites currently.
He's
He's so
that's
fucking good.
good. That was a good record. His last record, last two, those were really good.
Oh, you listened to Clap, the last one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Clap is great. Rolling is amazing. Donnie, that one is probably my favorite. I listen to that
Yeah,
one all
I
the time.
like all of his work. All of his work is solid. It's
And it's
hard to
refreshing,
be
man.
picky about it.
It sounds fresh.
It does sound really fresh. I like his take.
And that's my question. It's like now that I've been like I was reading, I'm already like I have an hour left of the Creative Act by Rick Rubin, and like
Yeah,
just reading that and like like hearing all these great insights about creativity and like making works of art. It's like so many people decide just to like box themselves in into a category, and then like they leave no room for experimentation, mistakes, or like just improvisation in general.
yeah. It's funny you mentioned that. And speaking of Rick Rubin too, you've seen that. Paul McCartney 321 or whatever. One
No,
two three.
I haven't seen it.
You should watch it. I think someone uploaded the full series on YouTube, so
Oh,
you
that's cool.
should check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna think I'm
But
gonna check it out.
it's Rick Rubin in a studio with Paul McCartney, and they're just going over Beatles tracks. And a lot of the stuff, like Rick Rubin solos out, he takes down the faders, and he'll solo the bass track, for example,
Yeah,
and he's just like, dude, he's like, there's so many imperfections on this bass.
yeah.
He's like, you guys did it like this, and he's like, yeah, it sounded fine, and he's like, once we played it back on the recording, it sounded fine, and it's like, if it sounds fine, it's good. If it sounds good to you, it's
That's
good.
yeah. It's like if
If it
make
sounds
something
good to
that
you,
sounds good
it
to you.
sounds good. People are gonna, after a couple listens, they're gonna be able to interpret it.
And also, like
You
the
have
other
to give
thing
you have
is
to give
like
people credit.
commercial viability. You know,
Oh, there's a big, yeah, there's a big,
it's it's like what can I make that's like commercial that I'm gonna have success. It's like a lot of people are trying to make shit so they can have success, right? The goal is to be successful,
yeah.
but then like that's like not the point. Like you're missing the whole point of being an artist. It's like you're not trying to be like successful shouldn't be on your list of priorities. If you end up being successful, then all the better and more power to you. But success shouldn't be in your list of priorities when trying to make shit. Let's just say it's outside of all of our control. Like if you're gonna be successful or not, that's
Technically, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's like it's never you. Somebody chooses you. And like in the case of modern age and social media, it's like something's gonna choose you. It might be an algorithm that like launches your video into like the stratosphere and puts it out there for everybody to see. Or it might be like you actually get fucking signed and it's like old school, you're making an album, you get like this budget and like I see it a lot. It's like this creative bankruptcy.
I mean, shit. I'll tell you all about that. I'm not bankrupt at all, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time. Because I feel like I'd love to dedicate a week to at least one song sometimes. I feel like, it's different. You would say, make a song in a day and make it like final cut. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if you were with a band, maybe, but when it's just one guy, I feel like I need like at least a week to work on a song. And
Well,
sometimes a week is not enough. That's the thing.
well, yeah, the amount of time to make something is pretty much like random. It could take you 5 minutes to write like a good song or 5 years.
Yeah. But I feel like there's three different parts to like song creating, I guess you could say. Because you
Yeah.
have to make the song, like actually sit down, get the music, get the lyrics, and the idea, the concept, and all that. Be sold on that. And then you have to go to the composition side, and then you have to make sure like composition is complex enough, for your level at least.
Yeah.
And then from that should cover like the song and the lyrics and the composition, right? But then it goes to the recording, and then that's a whole new world where it's like, okay, how do I want all the instruments in my head to sound, you know? So you got to like go out and pick your instruments, pick your amps, pick your drums and your cymbals and your heads and your bass, all that. You got to go into all that, and then you got to think about your mic placements and mic choices. Shit, that's a whole other thing too. And then you got to like record the actual thing, and then you got to do multiple takes on multiple instruments.
But I mean, the question is like, it's because it is a lot of work. But the question is like, are you enjoying the work?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like more people should ask themselves that question when they're making their music. It's like the what matters is that you fuck with it. Like if it becomes a employment or like a chore, it's like stop making it. Clearly, it's not for you if you're not enjoying it.
Yeah,
And so many people try to make. And if you go, I know you don't do
so many
you don't do
people try to
Instagram.
fake joy, bro.
Yes, like I know you don't go on Instagram or TikTok or any of that shit, and that's cool. Maybe you shouldn't do that. It's for the best.
I
But
hate,
like if you get in there and you see what people make, it's like everybody makes what the other person made, right? Because if you don't, if you make like anything else, then then the chances are somewhat like against you, but for you at the same time. It's like you don't know if it's gonna be successful or not. But so many people like they fall into the stereotype. They're like, okay, I'm gonna make this because it's gonna be successful in social media, right? And they make something, and like I see it, and I'm like, okay, that sounds like literally everybody else that I've heard on this fucking app. And not to diminish the amount of effort that people put into whatever they're doing, because like that's the other thing. Sometimes you're putting a lot of effort into things that you shouldn't necessarily be putting all your sweat and tears into. It's like if you're
yeah,
making
yeah.
TikTok videos and you're getting stressed out because like your content is not getting popular, or like the hashtags are not working properly, or like the whatever content you're making is not funny enough, or it's not whatever enough, and then you realize like, oh shit, like all this shit I'm making for everybody else. Like I'm not even thinking about myself while making this. And then that's your problem. It's like, so why are you making it in the first place if you're not thinking about yourself while making it?
You're only hurting yourself in the
Yeah.
end.
In the long run, like yeah, you're gonna be hurt because you're gonna be left shallow, right? Because like that's the other thing. A lot of people do get successful, and you know what's interesting? It's like since social media is so new, we're still yet to see what happens in the long term, right? But
Yeah, even
just in
like
the last like
iPhones
15
too.
years, look at the people that were once very popular on social media and how they're doing right now. Most of those people are not doing good. And this is something that's happening all over, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Like the creators that have been there for the longest time start to fall into like they go insane. And the reason why they go insane is because all this time they have been making content for other people instead of for themselves. And of course, it's very unsatisfying. It's deeply unsatisfying when like you spend years of your life making something for somebody else. And so all of a sudden you feel like this whole time you've been working, you haven't been actually enjoying like your life. You've just been doing a chore constantly for years, and they go insane. They can't handle it mentally. They get depressed. They start like wasting their fortune that they've earned through the years into like a bunch of horse shit, or they like fall into controversy, right? Because it's like they don't know what else to do to be popular, so they just fall into like, oh, let's just like make content to depreciate other people.
They're brainwashed, man. They and literally they become communists
Yeah,
if you think about it.
in a way, yeah, because everybody
Yeah,
becomes equally unhappy.
and that's just what China wants. This is why I'm not on these things. Fuck these shits, man. This is why I'm not on them.
Man, that shit got you dying, bro.
Drinking water.
You need to go back to flour, bro.
Like
That's gonna fuck
cough
you up.
syrup. I had some the other day. That's the one I was telling you about. Tastes like chemicals.
Be creative, everybody. Just do your best job.
Yeah,
That satisfies you and only you.
don't be a communist, people. Come on.
Yeah. Individualism is there for a reason.
America was created for individualism.
And you know the worst part, when I see like the like communist like defenders or like socialist defenders, they're like, no, like people are more isolated than ever, and like people are more individualized than ever. And it's like, no, they're not. And I was like, have you seen social media? Like literally everything is connected. Everybody makes the same fucking content.
Pretty much.
And I
That's
was like,
like
it's
every
it's
time.
That's
People are
like
like,
that's socialism, that's communism, that's everybody working on the same fucking thing.
there's a lot of that bullshit going around though.
And it's like, yes, technically it's individual because it's every individual making something instead of like group of individuals making something. But
Yeah,
what every individual is making is the same thing that the other one is already making it.
and that's what makes it bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I know if anyone knows about the Communist Party is you.
Yeah.
You know a lot.
Well, I still talk to people sometimes that want to tell me. I talked to somebody actually like a couple of weeks ago,
Mhm.
and I talked to them about like, you know, Venezuela was brought up as a topic, and I
As it
was like,
usually is.
and I was like, well, like I kind of know how shit went down there, and like kind of lived through it, and like yeah, I wouldn't recommend socialism or communism. It's like it doesn't work as advertised. And they're like, no, 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 you're not understanding, man. The CIA was the one that fucked your country up. And I'm like, God damn it. It's gotten to the point that I don't even argue it anymore. I'm like, yeah, man, you're right. Yeah, the CIA fucked us all up.
Just like Iraq.
It's like it's not even worth it. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna
Do
tell
not
you
fuck
like I
with.
was wiping my ass with like rags and fucking paper towels. Like, what else do people need to know?
They need to know.
Like, dude, people starving. You go down to Caracas, it's like everybody's fucking starving. Most people broke. Oh shit, I bumped the mic. Most people broke. Most people ain't got no money, ain't got no future. I got family in there that are still young. They have most of them have no future if they stay there.
Mm,
I was
yeah,
like, and they end up leaving. And I have friends and like people from like my hometown that like are now in Dallas or Wisconsin or whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's what happens. It's like the reason why so many people fled the country is because the system clearly didn't work. It's not because the CIA or whatever. But you know what? I ain't gonna argue that point because it's stupid.
good.
It's like
Stay
trying to
out.
argue. It's like trying to argue flat Earth. It's like, come on. We 6 million years of 6 billion years of evolution. Come on, you gotta be smarter.
You can do it, people.
Y'all can do it if you just try.
That's as if we don't try to do things. Like if we're freaking perfect. Look at us. We're
Look
on
at
YouTube.
look
We
at
do
us
live
taking the
stream on
high
YouTube.
fucking the high and mighty road on a fucking social media platform. Look at us.
Hey, this shit is pretty cool though. I always thought like YouTube was pretty cool, like especially before Google. Ooh, YouTube was hot. YouTube
I
was popping.
I canceled my YouTube Premium subscription.
I can't live without it, dude.
I used to say that, and then one day I woke up and I was like, no more.
Was it like based on financial?
No, no, it was based on the fact that like sometimes I would go on YouTube and I would like just watch random shit, and then I realized how kind of just wasting my time. Like if I'm gonna watch something, if I'm gonna like pay attention to something, it's gotten to the point where I'd rather listen to a podcast or an audiobook, something that it's gonna give me some value. And it's like a lot of YouTube videos. It's like not a lot of value unless there's like the big channels like Let Me Know or like all the other like documentary channels, but they only release videos like once a year. So I'm cool like swallowing 50 ads if it means I'm only gonna have to do it once a year.
I guess.
It used to be cool, man. I used to fucking, I mean, you know me, I had YouTube Premium before it was called YouTube Premium. It was called YouTube Red. And I immediately got onto it because I was like, "This is beautiful." Like I could keep watching all my videos, but then like I used to watch so many videos on YouTube. Like, oh my
Oh,
god, my time use in the app, it's like 8 9 hours a day.
dude, I just remember every time I would come over to your house, I'd walk into your room and you
And
just would have a YouTube playing
yeah, there was a fucking
random
YouTube
video.
video.
You were never like off YouTube. It was always open in the background.
Yeah, no more. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Honestly, I'm always on YouTube. If anything I'm on, it's YouTube. I'm not on social media, but I'm on YouTube.
I try to not look at social media too much. Like I post on Instagram and I post on fucking what's the other one, the TikTok shit, but I don't like watch any of them because it's the same thing. Like you start falling into this rabbit hole of like scrolling down mindlessly through like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of content that's like not gonna give you anything of meaning.
Man, I finished this cough syrup. Should I be hitting and taking this cough syrup?
You taking cough syrup while hitting that shit?
Yeah.
That shit better not have codeine in it, motherfucker.
I don't know. Let me see. Ingredients: codeine. I'm just kidding. Where do you see the ingredients?
Shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna light this back up. Take a couple more.
No, I don't know.
I'm not a lucky man like yourself. I don't have any cannabis products currently,
I don't know.
so I have to rely on the good old tobacco.
I like tobacco.
My love for tobacco disappears and then comes back on.
Yeah, me too. I haven't smoked tobacco in like a month. You smoking?
Oh yeah. Mm. I was listening to. Let me pull it up real quick. The Jack DeJohnette Complex. You're listening
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
record.
yeah, yeah.
That's a good record.
I love Jack Johnny.
I listened to that, and then I listened to
They
oh,
just reissued his solo concert
check
series.
check this record out. Scenery by Ryo Fukui.
Play it or
No, just check it out. I mean, you could play it if you want to, but it would kind of fuck the vibe up.
yeah, I'll check it out later. Just send me the link.
I got you.
Dude, we got this song last time too.
Man, your algorithm is stamped up
It's
a little
gay
bit.
for you, dude. She keeps on playing all this Lee Dorsey and
Damn, man.
Righteous Brothers. That song played too. What the hell? This song played too.
I mean, we did play a lot of songs from
Really?
this playlist.
Is this shuffle algorithm based on time?
It might be.
Fuck. Dude, these songs all fucking played. I swear to fucking God.
Oh man,
Dude, they did. Don't you remember, man?
that one did play. I did remember that one. The one that just skipped. That one did
I
play.
don't want Led Zeppelin. This one did too. But I like the song, so we'll stay here. Hey, hey, hey.
What up,
The song's good.
the Young Rascals? I feel like There is an ongoing mutual feeling shared amongst almost everybody in my friend group, and
Yeah.
not just you guys, but also like my other friend groups here, where like there is a growing resentment for school.
Yeah. It's because they've cheated us. Our generation is the one that realizes information should be free because we have the internet. And I mean, our generation comes from like pirates on the internet, you know, where pirating was a
Yeah, fucking
issue.
Napster.
Yeah,
I used to do that shit in Venezuela all the
we all
time.
used to. I did that here. We all have. My sister taught me how to do it. Shout out to my sister.
This like it makes. I think here's how I'm picturing it. Most people from our generation are like going levels beyond, right? We're discovering information should be free. Like government is getting antiquated. There's a lot of corruption, a lot of like wars and conflicts that are caused by decisions that are never taken by any of us.
Oh,
All these
yeah.
decisions are taken by some dude in a suit,
Bunch of dudes.
bunch of old dudes in a suit who are benefiting themselves more than everybody else. And this is where like, oh yeah, this is where you get extremism. Basically, it's like when a government is not working, you start to get all the theories coming back in, right? That's why you see a resurgence in people that say, oh, maybe we should try communism again, because like clearly last time it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And
Smart ass.
or we should try socialism, or like there's a lot of talk about like trying to transition the US into some sort of market socialist economy. And I'm like, how about just getting rid of all of it? Just like all this government shit's too big. It's like, look at how many branches of governments we have, and look at how many bills get passed on like a yearly basis that are of importance to you. In fact, most of the bills that get passed go against your rights,
Yeah, kind
right?
of. I
Just
mean,
just to make it
what
like,
about Executive Order 9066, man?
well,
Tell me about it.
that thing is still valid, like you said a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I want to remind everybody. Let's take 5 seconds to remind everybody. Executive Order 9066 is still a thing. We just ain't using it
Hmm. Until we need to.
until we need to.
You hear that, Japanese community? I'm pretty sure that's not a threat for the record.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not a threat.
just, it's
We're
more
not
like,
gonna be. We're just saying it's still valid.
hats off to you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the more I keep reading a bunch of like economic policies and books and new schools of economics. Um, Europe has a lot of very interesting economic theories, along with like some parts of South
France is
America.
insane.
Yeah.
France has like, I don't want to. I'm probably gonna take shit for it because if I say France is a beautiful government, you know, like
Well, it certainly does not appear to be so beautiful right now.
that's what I'm saying. It was just annoying because I had my capitalism teacher. He was a great guy. I'll give him that, Mister Kazanjian.
Yeah.
He was Armenian.
Ooh, shit, nice.
He's like my last name ends in IAN. He's like that means I'm a Kardashian. He's like no. He's like I'm just kidding. He's like I'm Armenian. He's like and all Armenian last names end with IAN. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
The I remember in high school I read about the First World War and the Ottoman Empire, and that's where like you start to find out. Which actually I thought it was interesting. 'Cause my teacher then brought it up in U.S. history, the Armenian genocide.
Hmm. Mm.
And man, it's so crazy how like some of the like if we go between the years of 1850 and 1950, like those hundred like people talk about like all like the 20th century, but like if you go from 1950 and beyond, it's like more of what people have had is peacetime with proxy wars.
Yeah,
And like 1850 to 1950, those were wars like that. Everybody could get killed at any moment.
yeah, Cold War.
And like look at how many people got killed in Europe and in like Asia or the Middle East while the First World War was going on. I mean, there was genocides, mass deportations, like rapes, and a bunch of other shit happening. Every time a country would occupy another one, there'd just be like a rape fest plus like a
Mhm.
execution fest.
Fucked up.
Messed up. And people are like some people are not learning from that history. It's like this is why it's so important to learn about the tragedies of the past. Like they like right they're learning about it and they're trying to change it, right? It's like the thing that's happening with like African American heritage right now. It's like they more than ever people are learning about the crazy fucked up history of the United States when it comes to race relationships. And it's like, oh, oh, this is so unfair, we have to do something about it. It's like, yeah, don't try to change the history, you can't do that. Like, it already happened.
Yeah,
Like, what we have left is to try to fix the imperfections of what our ancestors left us, which isn't very good, to be completely honest.
dude, they were so fucked up to the Mexicans.
Oh, dude, they would do like and see history just be repeating itself. Nowadays, you hear a lot of talk about how Indian workers get their passports taken from them.
Didn't we play this song already?
I think we did.
Damn it.
Fuck it, man. Just let it play out. Let that shit play out. You're tripping about that. It gives the podcast a style, man.
The Kings.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you see like the whole like divide thing where like there's a bunch of like slavery basically going on, right? They
Slavery's
kidnap.
always existed, though.
Yeah. And like we were doing that in the 80s, in the 70s. We're hiring all these Mexicans, all the Central Americans to come work for us. We're like, yeah, man, you're gonna get a visa, you're gonna get a green card, and then most of those families didn't get shit, unfortunately, which is very it's a tragedy. And like if there is any families that are still like going on for that, which in California is very common when you learn about like people that have been in the country for like 30, 40 years, their whole fucking lives, and they have no papers.
Fucking hell.
At the same time, that's one of the most fascinating things about America. It's like this is sort of like the only country where you can do that. Like you can live your whole life, no papers in here, and as long as you're careful enough, like your chances of getting deported are pretty low. It's like people don't realize how much freedom there is in this country. They think it's all like taken, it's all authoritarian. It's like, nah, man, this country is still what it was. We're just like tripping. We're entering into a period of mass hysteria. Everybody's tripping a little bit.
Hey,
It's like
man, everyone's always tripping.
everybody's always tripping, but Americans are especially good at tripping, bro. Like, dude, the concepts of like social anxiety and like mass hysteria, all that shit. It's like you don't. That's a here thing, man. This like collective consciousness in this country is crazy.
You like this song?
Oh yeah, the markets. Here comes the Hodads. That's nice. That's a nice title.
It's a beach song.
49 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen.
You can do 1 hour tonight?
We could go. We could see how we're feeling by the time we get to the hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah. Let's take a water break.
Streets full of people, all alone. Roads full of houses, never home. Church full of singing, out of tune. Everyone's gone to the moon. Eyes full of sorrow, never wet. Hands full of money, all in debt. Sun coming out in the middle of June. Everyone's gone to the moon.
Hey, now.
Life has begun. Everyone went to the sun. Hearts full of motors, painted green. Mouths full of chocolate, covered cream. Arms that can only lift a spoon.
Everyone's gone to the moon.
Everyone's gone to the moon. Everyone's gone to the moon.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we back. Hey, we definitely did play this song before.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I know. I think you just exhausted this playlist, bro.
It's crazy because it's a huge playlist.
Wait, for real?
Yes.
Show me, show me, show me, show me. I want to see how many songs are in this shit.
Look at all these songs.
Oh my god, how many songs have we not even played?
There's a lot of songs that haven't even played.
Wait, just click on anyone and then just like let it shuffle from there. It might like give you different shit.
Fuck. Wait, this is. Oh, I was gonna say this is way longer. I was like, there's more songs. Really?
It's one of those playlists,
Yeah.
huh? Where like got 300 songs in it.
Yeah.
I got a playlist like that. I don't listen to it. I barely listen to it. My old like playlist. I used to have it under the name Awesome Mix, based on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Look, I have a whole Billy Joel record, the essential Billy Joel, and none of those songs have played. I have this whole Bob Dylan record.
Oh my god, it keeps playing. Yeah, it keeps playing the same songs. That's fucking crazy.
Look at an almost pretty big portion of Bob Dylan.
Damn,
Look at all these Buddy Holly.
and it keeps going.
Yeah. Chicago, Chuck Berry, The Clash.
What is it playing? Is it just playing like the first songs?
No. It keeps playing a group of songs, like a random group of songs.
Yeah, that's weird.
Look, all this ELO, Duran Duran, Elton John. Yeah, The Police. Shit, man, it's a very. Look at all these Rolling Stones. Look at all this Rolling Stones.
Damn. Well, yeah, bro. Just click on one of them and
Oh
just
my god,
let it
look
play
at
out.
all Steely Dan.
You got a Stilly Dan in there too.
Look at all of the Steely Dan though. Look at.
That came by the trailer. You got Aja.
Hold on, it's loading more.
It's loading more.
I have the whole Steely Dan discography on this playlist.
I like how you just called it blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but just click on some of that shit. Yeah, put on Deacon Blues. I wanna hear the brother learn to work the saxophone. If you know
Nah,
what I mean.
I love this record. The first record, I love it so much, man.
Which one's that? Came by a thrill.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah, put that on.
I think this is my favorite record by them.
This is
And then
good. I listened
Asia.
to this a couple times.
Good shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but they didn't keep the singer though. This is
Yeah,
a
they replaced them with
no, they didn't replace him. The other brother was just playing keyboards.
oh, I got
I
you.
think they sang. I think David Palmer sings on 3 or 4 songs, and the rest is Donald Fagen.
Yeah. Well, seems like
I'm eating a cinnamon roll.
that's cool.
What'd you eat? You had that Five Guys shake,
Yeah, I had a Five Guys shake and I had bacon burger.
a bacon burger.
Bacon burger. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bacon burgers, what's up, man? Best shit you can get from Five Guys, period. Put a little bit of mayo, mustard in it. It's like, oh my god. Honestly, the more I eat Five Guys, it's like, damn, it's like that and In and Out are like the best burgers.
Yeah,
Everything else fucking sucks. Like even I've even stopped eating McDonald's burgers. Like if I order McDonald's, I'll order like chicken nuggets most of the time.
mm,
Just cause like I don't know, man. It's like Five Guys are fucking In and Out. That's where the flavor is.
yeah. My teacher said the same thing. He's like, I only eat Five Guys in Boston.
Five. I mean, Five Guys is pretty good everywhere. It's just about the same quality in Cali. So I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I've had Five Guys in Cali and here, and they're both good. Only problem is here, like maybe he refers to the fact that here in Boston, most of the Five Guys are ran by like five Dominicans. They don't speak a word of English. They'll take your order like, "What you want to order?"
Hmm.
And you're like, "Yeah, man, give me a bacon burger with low fries and the Oreo milkshake." And then like the dude would like immediately he'd be like, "Two patties,
Two patties and French fry.
French fries." Y me le pone el pan en la tostadora. And you're like, damn, bro. It's like,
You're like, makes me feel back home.
makes me feel like I'm back home. Dominicans, bro. They're the homies. They just be chilling.
Yeah.
My Uber driver today, he was um wasn't he was from Honduras. Yeah.
Hmm.
And he was talking to me about like how the country's so fucked up.
Oh yeah.
And like he told me, we got all this communism, all this socialism in there that's fucking shit up. And then he's like, like wait, no, was he from Honduras or Nicaragua? One of those two. Fuck, I forgot. That's the problem about Central American. Y'all motherfuckers live too clumped up. I can't remember your countries.
Oh my god. He just ripped on y'all.
I just fucking I don't care, bro. South American supremacy, man. It's like, what's all this Mexico shit, man? Talk about Argentina, Ecuador, Venezuela,
Hey,
all the good shit.
talk shit on Colombia, bro. I know this guy has beef with Colombians, dude. This motherfucker hates Colombians.
I,
Tell the world why you hate
I
Colombians.
don't hate Colombians. Who told you I hate Colombians?
You did. You're like, I fucking hate Colombians, man. I was like, why do you hate Colombians, bro? You're like, I just fucking hate Colombians.
Dude, because I kind of do, kind of like the beef is there. I gotta be honest.
And you kind of hate Mexicans too, to an extent.
Nah, I hate being confused from Mexicans.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with that. Like every time in college, they'd be like, hey, fucking beaner. And I'd be like, I don't understand what you're talking about, man.
I'm dead. Hold on.
Dude, you remember Harrison?
No.
This dude from high school.
Harrison. Ooh.
Whitest dude I ever seen in my life. He was one of the first persons I would talk to in high school. And he called me a beaner. I didn't speak English at the time.
Mhm.
And I went and I asked my stepdad, I was like, hey, this guy called me a beaner. You know what that is? And he started laughing. So yeah, that's a word they use for Mexicans. And I'm like, yeah, that's the problem.
Such an American thing to do.
I know.
You know what's crazy is that everyone else in the world knows who everyone else is except us.
Oh no, man. No. I've met a couple of Europeans, bro.
They call you
Nah.
dirty wetback too.
They be like, oh, are you from fucking see, here's the thing. Europeans have the opposite problem, whereas Americans can go past Mexico, right?
Oh.
Europeans can go past Argentina. I mean, I get it. I know y'all Europeans like that shit to be like homogenous, like I get it. But at the same time, my brother, I don't speak Argentinian, man.
Hey, this song's good, bro.
Oh, we're gonna get demonetized or whatever. We're gonna get flagged or something.
Yeah. I
Fuck,
hope.
fuck it. Hey, we're both Latino. We ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'm, I'm American. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
brown.
yeah, but you're yeah, we both brown though. So like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but I'm American.
Yeah, I'm half and half. I'm
I
like
was born here. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna have them fly me back to Victorville and spread my ashes in the VVC lake.
damn, bro. Talk about fucking objectives in life. Having my ashes in BBC.
In the lake.
Actually, I would have my ashes in BBC because it's the place that made me realize I fucking hated community college.
You guys want to rip on the schools? Let's go. Come on, tell me.
Dude,
You and Johnny were crying.
dude. All right, look, man. I'm trying to work, man. I be getting up in the morning and I be getting like, I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna fucking come back and like make music and make shit, right? And I remember I got this stupid fucking class I gotta go to. I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. And I mean, I do it. I don't want to fail the classes. Like that. Let this not be a wrong message for people out there. It's like keep fucking getting your grades, man. Don't fail classes. Because like then it's a bitch. It's annoying. But like at the same time, it's like I want to go out there. I want to work. I want to start getting gigs, start recording, start working.
Bro,
And I mean, I do it all the time here. I record myself and I do shit, but I want to start doing it for real.
bro,
What's up, bro?
do this one thing for me. Finish your fucking degree.
Oh no, that's for sure, bro. Don't worry about that. I don't finish that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, no, like I ain't dropping out of here, bro. I got a fucking school scholarship to like obey.
True.
They used to call me up the first couple of semesters. So like, since you're a scholarship student, you got to do scholarship assignments.
Really?
And then like the scholarship assignments became like this thing called project bands, where you're supposed to go in there and play other people's music. To which I said, I don't know how to sight read and I have no availability. And then I went to the financial office and I was like, is that cool? Am I going to lose my scholarship? And they were like, nah, you're good. And since then, I haven't had a scholarship assignment.
That's amazing.
Every other kid that I talk to that has like a big substantial scholarship, they're like, yeah, I got to do all this project band shit. And I'm like, yeah, sucks for you.
So they just waived it.
Pretty much they waived it. I mean, I can't read music. So not like I can read music. You know I can. It's just I can't. I can't sight read it. And I really like I really hate when like professors act like, what, you can't do this? Like, what the fuck? Like, do you not know? Like, what do you come to the school for? And I was like, I came to the school exactly for this purpose, as a matter of fact. And I was like, dude, I can't. Like, I got this counterpoint class, and sometimes we're doing reading exercises, right? I can't see shit on the whiteboard. So I don't fucking sing when they ask me to like sing, like, oh, the whole group sing this. I don't sing. I look at the professor dead in the eye, and I don't move my lips. And you know why I do that? Because I want to remind them, like, this is what happens when you got people in here that literally can't do this. You're just gonna have a person that's gonna look at you in the eye and be like, I can't do this, and it's not gonna happen.
That's
And it's not
so
because I don't
funny.
wanna, because like I can't. I clearly can. I write music all the time. I have sheet music. I know how to do it. I can't see it.
Um, the song's about John Lennon.
Did the song came out before or after John Lennon?
Before he died.
Oh, even better.
It's their response to Imagine.
Only a fool would say that.
Yeah. Just listen to the lyrics though.
That's a cool title. If you think about it a little bit, it's a really cool title.
See? A world where all is free.
Yeah, we've officially reached hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we can call it a day for the podcast.
All right.
We can keep talking though.
All right.
Well,
Later.
everyone,
Signing off.
we're signing off. Hope you have enjoyed this episode, and we're gonna come back next week with another one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, boy.